Hey traders out there in Traderland, D7 here with Grok Trade, and I got 27 to 28 years of trading experience using technical analysis out there. And this private text that you see in front of us we'll talk about at the end of the video. And I want to start off looking at the markets. The first week in the markets, guys, have been brutal. S&P down 3%. I'm looking right up here. If I go here to the Qs, this is the tech stocks, down 3%. Russell 2000 small caps down 4%. The banks, very important to me, down nearly 6%. And I'm doing this video on the 8th day of March, gang. Bad, brutal start of the month. Okay, but we're just getting started with the month. Can things change? You better believe things can change, and they may. So let's take a look here at the weekly charts. The weeks are over, brutal week, but here's what I'm looking at. We're at a major support line that did break below it on massive volume. That is sus, gang. I've got some Gen Zs or children, and I used the word sus. I just did it, and it slipped out. But we closed below that line. Not liking it. Hate the fact that it was on huge volume. Qs, weekly chart, down. We came to a support line. It should have closed at the line like the spiders. It did not. It closed below it on huge volume. Again, sus. If you go to the Russell 2000 weekly chart, down to the 200-day moving average, almost got to it. Gang, if I were to bring in the Russell 2000 200 line, you'll see here that it honors this line a lot. Do you see this? We got near it and it bounced up on big volume. Can we bounce from here? The answer is yeah, anything can happen in the markets. Anything can, and I'm just telling you right now, anything can and will in fact happen. Let's take a micro look at the daily chart to see if we can get any idea what's coming next. Technically, this is not a hammer at the bottom. For you guys, it's been trading a long time. For you all, it's been trading for several years, and you are a student of candlestick analysis. I want you to tell me why in the comments this is not a hammer. It's close, but not. Looking at this, looking at huge volume, big volume on the drop here is telling me we have a chance of a bounce. Especially, guys, this moving average right here is the 200-day moving average finding support on the daily chart. Will this dude bounce? I'm saying yes. Has a really good chance of doing so. But the question is, how long will it be? Because the weeklies did break that trend line. So there could be a short-lived few days giving us a bear pullback and a major drop to the downside. Another huge leg going down. Q's daily chart. All right. This is pretty close. It might even be a hammer. I'm not even sure that it is. I would have to measure this to find out. But we came down and touched this trend line. Do you see how this trend line got touched immediately? I haven't moved this trend line. If you watch my videos, go back and look at it. It touched that trend line and bounced up. If you guys use TradingView, and even if you don't use TradingView, I was interviewed with TradingView for trend lines. This line just goes back forever. I'm not even going to bore you to okay, I'll go back. So that line that it honored goes back to 2022 on a daily chart, guys. 2022. And that's where it touched and bounced right back up on huge volume. Is it going to bounce? I think so. I think it's time to put on some longs. I think it is Russell 2000. And we got a hammer now, big dog. Look at this. Hammer, and a symmetrical triangle. You heard it here. I want you to listen to what I'm getting ready to say. If it bounces up, we get back into the apex of this symmetrical triangle. This will be a bullish hanging man. If you don't know what a bullish hanging man is, Google bullish hanging man candlestick reversal pattern. And that's going to bring you to the world's best webpage on getting the latest and greatest and the deepest analysis when it comes to technical analysis, and that will be Grok Trade, your very own. So I've been trading long enough where I have my own trading patterns. I'm starting to develop them because people haven't coined them yet. I like what I'm seeing here. It looks like a bottoming formation, but I want this to be a monster, big, old bullish death hook. If we can get that, that'd be great. Financials, all systems are go on looking at this to bounce. Huge hammer on this, but we're below a trend line. This thing could come up, touch this, and then come crashing back down. Just because it's a hammer, just because we've gone down, and if I were to bring in the RSI, we're not technically oversold yet, okay? Not technically. For that reason, I don't even see bullish divergences taking place, but it's still going to go higher next week. That's what I'm seeing here in the market. Russell 2000, if I look at this, we are big time oversold. So yeah, bounce city. Let's go on small caps, tech stocks. We are getting a bullish divergence. It's slight, but it's there. We found a support line. We're bouncing up, guys. Yes, let's go. That is significant. We have something going there. Now, for you gold bugs out there, I'm not going to leave you out. Let's go. And by the way, will it kill you to give me a like? I didn't put any Google ads or YouTube ads on this video. That's worth a like by itself. It doesn't cost you anything to hit like. But look at this. Up, up, up. High base pennant formation on gold. This could go higher, but because it's below that swing high, I'm not overly excited about it. If you go here to the silver, up, 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 staying above this trend line again. This is huge. Silver is looking pretty bullish to me. It just needs to go higher. I want to look at something. The one thing it's hooking down here on the, anyway, it's not, I think it's more bullish than it's bearish. I'll just say that. I think it's more bullish than bearish. I'll say that. VIX now is over 20. We're at 23. This thing, it got over this trend line, pulled back to it, rallied higher. That means fear is high, guys. The fear is there. It's coming back. If you look here at Bitcoin, I need to massage some of these, but we have oh man, this is a bearish pennant. So that's pretty bearish that we have that. But I love these lower shadows down here. These lower shadows tell me that there's buyers coming in these lower areas. Not liking this lower pennant formation. That looks more bearish than it is bullish. And we're sitting around 86 right now. If you made it to the end of this video, I mean, you can leave. I want to excuse everybody. Feel free to exit left. You guys are excused, and feel free to subscribe if you want to, if you like this level of trading education. I do own a hedge fund. I got some street cred out here. I've been doing this a long time. I'm an award-winning stock mentor for Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, Wealth Intelligence Academy, Star Trader, Options Success, all these different brands. But I own my own company now, Grok Trade. I had Grok Trade well before Elon Musk had Grok, way, way before. So, but I told you I'd tell you about the text that I shared with you. It's a personal text. I didn't even ask Will if I could share this publicly, but we're buddies, and I think he'd be okay with it. So, Will, forgive me if you weren't okay with it. But Will is a recent student, has come to our program. Some of you guys know we will take on people. We do mentor individuals privately in small groups. And you guys search us out. We don't market this. You won't see ads on this out there. And for you guys that are leaving reviews for us on Trustpilot and others, thank you for those reviews. Those are unbelievable. So appreciative of your guys' reviews that you're leaving on us. I wish I could send a t-shirt out to every one of you. I need to find you and give me your address and hook you up with a Grok t-shirt or something. I'm just appreciative. But Will's a recent student that's come through. He sent me a text the other day. He goes, "Man, it's not even noon yet. I just banked $6,000." And then he goes, "I sent you my trade log." So let me bring this back in. You'll see this trade log. If you read this, if you're a student of ours, you get some software. It's a robust Excel spreadsheet that analyzes your trades and will give red flags on weaknesses. You will send that to us. So, for example, he'll send us his trade logs. We will analyze those trades, and we'll give him corrective steps, measures to take to help his trading into the future. And when we do that, we do that with our students early in the stage of development, because when we teach them the level of education that we deliver, it's like learning a new language. And once you learn it, you have to be disciplined and to do it well. You have to be a great student. You got to be coachable. You got to be resilient to instruction and very good about money management and following the risk management principles that we teach. Very, very, very important. Well, a trade log allows us, when a student comes through, we can track their progress and correct mistakes that we're seeing. So when they're going into the future, their trajectory is pointed higher. So in other words, if we can correct mistakes earlier in the development process, the more successful our students will be going into the future. We're very passionate about that, and that's why we beg our students to send us the trade logs. Those that are not disciplined don't take the time to put their trades in the trade log for us to review, which is your prerogative. It's none of our business how much you are trading with. It's none of our business how much you are risking. However, we ask that our students trade responsibly and do so treating it like a business and not treating it as gambling, and following the risk management principles that we use and also the money management principles that we teach. And those things are critically important to a success in a trader, especially when it comes to at least helping the opportunity from blowing out an account, right? If you can do those principles, the chances of blowing an account are very low, very low. But anyway, I will look at this trade log and I'll find out if he's trading outside. So he could have a large account. So that amount of money that you saw there could be relative to still fitting within the risk parameters and money management parameters that we teach. However, if I find out that he is being too aggressive, then he could have lost that amount of money opposed to make that amount of money, okay? And that's not what we want. We don't want somebody to have an account size where we're overflexing that. Like our students, we don't allow them to use margin. We don't want them trading options or futures or currency pairs too early. The reason being is because you're magnifying yourself as a trader. When you're learning to fly and you get your license to fly, no airline is going to put you up with 300 people that you're flying from city to city. In other words, there's too much risk there from you being brand new. So we like to baby step in, earn our right to trade in the market so you can dial things in and kill it. And we have a strong opinion. Don't quit your job, because don't quit your day job until you have a long run in history of you making ongoing profits that can more than pay for your bills. And you do that all market conditions. In the up market, in the down market, and most importantly, in sideways trading markets, which are called trading ranges. Very difficult to trade. And if you can navigate all those type of areas, those type of things, you will do just fine in trading. And maybe some of you are just getting started in trading. I don't want to talk too much jargon here, whatnot, but to get started, I would go to Grok Trade and take the 101 course. Even if you've been trading a while, take the 101 course. The 101 course will fill in any open gaps that you might have in your understanding of trading. And that will lead you into exploring the idea of maybe us mentoring you or somebody mentoring you. So those are some thoughts for you. Thank you for being a part again. If you haven't done so yet, give me that big fat like just for the mere fact that I didn't run a YouTube ad on here on you. So love you guys all. Have a great rest of the weekend, what's left of it, and let's have a great trading week this coming week. I think we're going to have some bullish days. I don't know how long they're going to last. It'll be interesting. And if you are crazy enough to still be listening to me right now, say made it in the comments. Made it. Only you and I and the other people that's been this far in will understand what that means. Take care. We'll see you. Bye. Guys, why are you still here? You just watched my video and now you're still lingering around. Might as well be with you now that I have your undivided attention. Listen, if you haven't done so yet, I highly recommend putting in a foundation of trading, your foundation of trading through a mentor. For learning to fly a plane, you wouldn't just go through ground school before you start flying in the friendly skies. What you would be doing, though, is going up first with your flight instructor. Same thing if you're going to learn to ride a bike, you better have somebody behind you helping you ride a bike. Surgery, you're not going to read a few books and do heart surgery. So every principle and with being guided by a mentor, let finances be this. If you're a trader, you rate you from amateurs to professionals. Mentoring will do that for you. Anyway.